Ladies and gentlemen, politics is dynamic. Nobody could predict that one day National Assembly Speaker Moses Wetangula one day to turn against President William Ruto. This is the end of President William Ruto politically after Wetangula decided to send shockwaves to President William Ruto. How? Ruto at the moment is facing mounting political pressure as the divisions within the so-called Kenya Kwanza coalition, or rather political camp, continue to widen, particularly from leaders in Kenya's western region. As we speak, ladies and gentlemen, National Assembly Speaker Moses Wetangula is intensifying efforts to secure the position of Ruto's running mate ahead of the next general elections 2027, working alongside influential Western Kenya leaders, including Kakamega Governor Fernandes Barasa. Now, Wetangula is pushing for President William Ruto to endorse him as his debut in 2027, If that does not happen, he could opt to leave the government and launch his own presidential bid. According to Kenyans.co.ke, they have published a story by saying Western leaders push Ruto to pick Wetangula as 2027 running mate. Down there, they are saying several leaders from Western Kenya have intensified pressure on President William Ruto to name National Assembly Speaker Moses Wetangula as his running mate in the 2027 general elections, injecting fresh momentum into the growing political debate over the country's debut presidency. Ladies and gentlemen, before I continue, as you continue watching this clip, please, I'm requesting you, I beseech you, don't forget to hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed to this new YouTube channel yet, I kindly ask you to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you'll be notified whenever we upload new content every day. Thank you, and be blessed by our Supreme Being, who lives in the heaven. Let's continue with our analysis. Now, the question we are trying to ask ourselves: why National Assembly Speaker Moses Wetangula is using Western leaders to compel President William Ruto to appoint him as his running mate come 2027. Point number one, the 2032 succession plan, or rather politics. How? This is one way of getting what we call long-term political strategy. Ladies and gentlemen, Wetangula is believed to have his own sights politically set on the what we call presidency in 2032, because he has declared in public that he is eyeing for presidency come 2032. So becoming deputy president in the next general elections 2027 would place him in a strong position to succeed President William Ruto after the completion of a possible second term, if at all Ruto will be re-elected 2027, politics keeps on changing time to time. If Ruto chooses someone else as his running mate, where the current deputy president, Professor Kithure Kindiki, comes in, Wetangula may decide, or Wetangula may have little choice but to chart his own political path outside the government. You know, ladies and gentlemen, there is no need to deceive each other. Even the current deputy president, Professor Kithure Kindiki, is eyeing to be appointed to deputize Ruto in 2027. That is why he's working very hard politically to campaign for Ruto's re-election. I think you have seen how Kindiki is trying to attack former President Rigathi Gachagua, who hails from Mount Kenya region, so that he can show his potential to President William Ruto to do him a favor, maybe to nominate Kindiki as his running mate 2027. That is why Kindiki is trying his best politically to campaign for President William Ruto for his re-election. Point number 2, why Wetangula is using Western leaders to compel Ruto to appoint him as his running mate 2027. Number 2, Edwin Sifuna factor. How? Currently, another issue is the growing influence of the current Nairobi County Senator Edwin Sifuna. His political profile, ladies and gentlemen, has continued to rise. That is where all over people are calling themselves as Sisi ndio Sifuna, Sifuna ndio Sisi, with the supporters expanding across parts of Western Kenya. So that means Sifuna has grown politically. So this growing popularity has created fresh challenges for both National Assembly Speaker Moses Wetangula and the Foreign Affairs Minister, or rather Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi, whose influence in the region is increasingly being tested. You know? Now, one way for either Wetangula or Musalia Mudavadi to regain political momentum would be to secure the presidency or the deputy presidency in the next general elections 2027. But currently, what we have on our news desk is supporters of this view at the moment believe such a move could strengthen their political standing and help counter Sifuna's growing influence, although whether last strategy could succeed remains uncertain. But Wetangula is planning to quit Ruto's government to contest for presidency 2027. Maybe if he fails, he'll try his best 2032. What do you think, ladies and gentlemen? Let's meet in the next video. But if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, I request you to consider subscribing by smashing the subscribe button that is down here. Once you are done, remember to turn on the notification bell so that the moment we upload any video clip, you will receive a notification that tells you that this new YouTube channel, where we don't sugarcoat, has uploaded a new video clip to watch. Let's meet in the next video, ladies and gentlemen. Bye-bye.